I'm Kevin Delgado, and I'm thrilled to be here with you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Why Not Me podcast. The journey towards growth starts now by you asking the question, why not me? Last episode, we talked through the importance of looking in the mirror even when it's hard to hold yourself accountable and when it's uncomfortable because you don't want to own that mm, gap or shortcoming or thing that makes you uncomfortable. We also talked about how you should surround yourself with people who you trust and you know all they want is for you to win and have your best interests in heart. Your circle should be able to give you genuine feedback and they should be able to point out your blind spots when you don't see them. That's what they're there for, is to help you see things you don't see. This episode, I'm super excited about it. We're introducing the topic preparing for your prime time, being the best for your biggest moments. Before we get started, I want to thank you all so much for your continued support, your encouragement, and all the love you all have shown me and this podcast and the Why Not Me podcast and supporting it. It has meant the world to me. The amount of feedback, the encouragement, takeaways, people sharing it, it has just blown me away. And it is such an honor that you all have joined me in this journey. Now, for season two, we're super excited to take it a step further. I want to challenge you all to invite two people that you know in your circle that need to listen to this or join this journey, and maybe you all talk about what you take away, and send me some messages about what we could talk about in this podcast to be more impactful. If you don't already, be sure to like and subscribe and follow the podcast on Apple and Spotify to know when a new episode is published. And lastly, I want to hear from you. Let's connect. Find me on Instagram. Let's get together on LinkedIn at Delgado KAV or Kevin Delgado and shoot me a DM, a message, and I'd love to talk with you about how this is moving you. Right now, I invite you to push aside distractions and focus inward on yourself, and let's really dig in on self development and growth and your journey by critically asking the question, why not me? Each journey has a prime time. Each why not me journey, each goal, each dream has a moment that is like the big break or the turning moment or pivotal moment. I call that our prime time. So when our best is needed, we're giving our best. How to prepare for your prime time so you don't miss the opportunity. Preparing for your prime time, preparing for that big moment is something that we miss the mark on over and over again. We actively work on growing and achieving milestone by milestone to reach a larger goal. When the big opportunity or big shot comes, what have you done? What will you do? And will you be prepared to capitalize and seize the moment? Are you going to take ownership of your dream and not let the moment be too big for you? Or are you going to miss a shot? See, working towards our why not me journey is difficult. It's one that takes so much from you. Your dreams, your goals, our why not me, it demands more than just, I have a dream. It takes self belief, it takes discipline. This journey towards self actualization starts with an idea, followed by discipline and self belief, and a faith that you can do what you set out to do. Belief that when the time comes, you will not fail, you will not miss your opportunity. You work too hard for it. And as we progress our why not me journey, the way that we prepare for that opportunity, those moments for our prime time is critical, absolutely critical. First and foremost, preparing for your prime time moment. The prime time moment represents you getting your chance to shine, your opportunity to reach your goal, your opportunity to get a step closer towards your why not me journey. It takes a combination of talking your dream, your why not me into existence, having a radical self belief that this isn't just some lofty goal. Instead, it is truly what you're being called to do and living the part or walking the walk. And that is a piece that I want to underscore the most. Everybody has a dream and a goal, but very few are going to live the part and walk the walk. And even fewer are prepping for the prime time the way that I believe that we should be doing so. Being goal oriented as an individual, I've always had some sort of a goal in mind at any given moment. And most people have goals. But what differentiates those who turn dreams into realities compared to those who ends up with a long list of dreams that were lofty and never got achieved is the radical self-belief that a goal can be achieved and that it will be achieved one day. This radical self belief is something that changes how you work, the way you prepare for the big opportunity, how you dream of the goal, how you think of the goal, how you speak about the goal. It takes you from a place of, I wish I had blank, and to your goal here. I wish I had my business chain. I wish I had a spouse. I wish I had this skill. I wish I had a 4440, whatever it may be. It takes you from having a I wish to a place of a one day when I reach, one day when I will be ready. And this radical self belief is powerful enough to make you work in a way that you have never worked before because you are ready to achieve something that you never have. I always say, if you don't believe in yourself, who will? And as you navigate the road toward your why not me, having radical self belief will be a key ingredient in how you prepare and how you are ready for your primetime moment. It is paramount that as we trek through our journey, through our why not me, we find as many moments as possible to practice how we're going to perform, to train for our goal, and to prepare for our destination, prepare for that moment. And beyond that moment, once you get there, how are you going to work? Regardless if the goal is in the foreseeable future or not. What I'm challenging you to do is even before you can remotely taste success, work like success is a reality. The thing I hear the most and I find myself doing in moments where I'm not really digging in and focused on achieving my goal and reaching my dream is when we set our goal and we have a dream, we don't think we have to work like that goal or dream will be a reality yet. Until someday down the road. Okay, when I get to blank, I will do blank. When I make enough this much money, I will save like I'm going to buy a house. When I make this much money, I'm going to invest. When I make this much money, I'm going to build a company. When I have this many followers, I'm going to launch a product line. All these things have like a if and then line. And if we wait so long, or we wait for our future milestone to seem visible, then we miss our chance to practice and prepare for when that moment comes. We fail to start building positive micro habits as we approach our goal so that we are better prepared and well disciplined to handle the big stage, the prime time, the big moment when you are ready to go full speed, when the success or the achievement of that goal and that dream is tangible and you could almost taste it. By that point, you should be ready to step into your goal. And if you're just starting to work at that point, you are too late. We assume that because my goal is not close or my dream is not near, I don't have to change the way that I prepare for my goal. I don't have to change the way that I work until I've reached that platform. And listen, success doesn't happen when you reach the goal. Okay, hey, I got the big job or I launched my company. That is not when success came. Whether it's your goal and achieving a dream is gaining a bunch of money to compete in a sport at a high level, to win a championship, to be the spouse you dream about being, to be the leader who makes an impact. No matter what it is, success doesn't happen over the course of a day, or when you accept that job offer, or when you sign a contract on a lease, or you hit the skill, or when you go and win a championship. Success happens months or even years before you ever realize your success. So before you ever achieve that goal or even reach a place where you can achieve that goal, that's when success is made. So instead of waiting for the right moment to change how you work or to work towards success, choose now. Success happens in the work you do day in and day out, even when your goal is still just a dream in your head with no plan. I always think back to early on in my cheerleading career. I missed the opportunity in my first year on the team at UCF to compete for the nationals team. Each year, a small sample of the full team is selected to represent the university on a national level. And what I learned is this is the one thing that I love the most about cheerleading at UCF and competitive college cheerleading. The competition was once a year, and you worked tirelessly day in and day out for years, over the months, to get the chance to compete. And then when you get to the competition and you do compete, you do all that work for a total of 2.5 minutes, maybe five if you're lucky. Well, after my first year of not making the competition squad, I got to watch the process of a nationals team come together and a national routine be built from the outside. And I saw what it was doing to people and to the team. I saw the teamwork, I saw the camaraderie, I saw the toughness, the bravery, the self-realization and actualization, the tenacity it took to be successful at that level. And when I saw that, I realized just how badly I needed to be on that team and I wanted to be on that team. And I didn't want to miss that opportunity again. So immediately after the competition concluded, it wrapped up. Let's say this is like in January. I decided, well, if I want to be selected for competition team next year, I need to start working hard and working like that dream is a reality now. I need to prepare for my prime time now, even before the chance for me to compete for that spot is there. In order to achieve this goal that I had of being a competition team, it wasn't just about wanting it more than someone else. Everyone wants it. It was about taking every moment that I could, every practice, every extra workout, every time I could get my hands on a weight or get in the gym, I approached that moment like it was the big moment. I approached every practice, workout, open gym, private workout like this was the very moment that would push me to the next level. And this was the very moment that would lead to my success. And when you respect and focus on the time that you have right in the front of you, you're going to work your hardest to get as much as possible. You're going to input as much as you can to get as much output. So I did just that. I worked day in and day out with some incredible teammates that were there to push me along the way until finally the day came. Fast forward to the next year. So we go from like January, February to when I decided I wanted to get this goal. The moment came where I had the chance to showcase all the work I've been doing. My prime time moment came. It was one specific practice in mid-October where the coaches were evaluating who they wanted to put on the competition squad. And so initially, my name wasn't called. I was not on a competition squad. And I approached this very moment the same way that I've approached every other practice, weights, private workout, open gym session. Like that was the moment that was going to put me over the edge and make me successful. And so I approached this practice the same way. This was the one moment that would set me apart, and it was going great. They split you off in the black and gold. They said the competition skills, here, black team, you're doing comp stuff. Gold team, you're doing some watered down stuff, not as hard. Well, I had a good practice. I did my skills. Hey, coach, can I work on the black skills? They gave me the thumbs up. Midway through that practice, my name gets called up, and I earned my shot to compete and represent the team at nationals. And the big epiphany I had years on the road was that it wasn't how hard I worked in that one moment in that one practice. It wasn't that I just, that one practice, I decided this is it, this is my shot. I'm gonna just work hard for it now. It was the work that I did in the year before that, in the months before that, preparing for my prime time that set me up for success. It was the work that I put in while I was in pursuit of my prime time that made that moment possible. The hours and the days of approaching every practice like this is it, this is the thing, this is the rep, this is the investment, this is the choice that I'm making that is going to put me over the ledge into my dream. Your dream, your goal, your prime time is worth the work. And it's worth the work now. Don't wait until the time comes for you to be able to see and feel the goal to then work hard. By then it will be too late. Outwork yourself and anybody else as you pursue your goal, your why not me in preparation for when you get to the prime time. So start the work now. Your dreams become a reality not just by what you do in the moment of that day, the moment of that interview, the moment of that investment, but it's by what you do every day leading up to that moment. That is how you prepare for your prime time, and that is how you succeed. When the moment is just some far off dream, I am preparing like this far off dream is reality in no time. This episode, I challenge you to think hard about this and really be real. The moment that you have been praying for, dreaming of, the goal, the prime time moment. How are you preparing for that right now? Are you outworking yourself to get to that goal? Could you work harder? Could you work more intentionally? Maybe do you not believe it's real yet, so you're not working like it's going to become a reality? Once you think about how you are preparing for that dream, think about how you can be more intentional about your preparation. How can you seize each moment that leads you to your prime time? Listen, let's be people, leaders, dreamers that recognize every day is an opportunity to prepare for our prime time and to work for our dreams. And then let's attack the day in honor of our dreams because our dreams are worth it. No dream is ever achieved without action, and no dream is ever achieved without you giving something of you. Don't fail yourself because you missed the opportunity to work and prepare. Don't fail yourself because you're waiting for the moment to be right for you to get ready for your dream in your prime time. Your prime time will be here before you know it, so work now. You won't regret it. I hope you have a great week, great month, and remember to go be great and go be you because you are meant to be great. After all, it all starts with one question. Why not me?